we're back again and we're trying to continue on this project of building a tabletop role-playing game in Minecraft. Okay. Ah. So last time we built the dice tower. Let's try something. I want a dispenser. I want to put it here. Dispenser. I'm gonna put a button. Okay, so we get books. We get books, decorations. So my idea is the book and quill works like a random scenario generator. Book title is Mine Collapse. Now I have Mine Collapse. And we're going to put Mine Collapse in the dispenser. And we're going to write another book. And this one is going to be lots of eggs. Roll 5 times and you get an egg for you get eggs equal to the sum of the results. You just gotta use lots of eggs. Lots of eggs. Like, again, I have no idea what the thing we're trying to build is going to be, but what I want to know is, so it shoots out this and it's lots of eggs. If I put, is it now going to be Mine Collapse or is it going to be lots of eggs? Mine Collapse. So there's only 9 options because they won't stack the unique. And it goes from top to bottom. Which means it won't really be random. Okay, so we're going to make a redstone circuit which activates all of the dispensers will shoot a book. And then that will go into the hopper, which will come to this one. And then you'll get one. Now, the order that they drop into the thing will be random because all 4 is in theory at the same time. Multiple layers isn't a good idea because whatever's on top will get in last or whatever, right? It does need to be more forward than that. Like this, and in theory the redstone array is pretty straightforward. Put our button. That does turn it on. Right. Oh, actually, genius idea. So 1 row is going to be red stone. 1 row is going to be granite. Okay. Let's see high though. Well, maybe for that to work. Maybe it should be okay. Anyway, let's make the thing like make a wall for me to walk around on, so I don't have to do awkward movement to set up the hoppers. Is that right? Yeah, okay. Hey, welcome to the stream. I'm like busting my brain trying to figure out how to do this stuff. Maybe this wasn't a great idea. But like if that's a chest, let's make it like twice as big for no reason. It's really taking up so much space. But okay, so now go like this. Hey! Okay. Is it just granite ended up in the chest? I don't know how that works. Let's try that again. Just slime ended up in the chest. Okay. Press the button. It got all the way up here. Oh my god. No. I'm trying to get on here so that it doesn't do that again. So we're gonna have a dice tower and we're gonna have a book tower. Basically. I think. Let's try that again. Okay, nothing left in the middle. This box has a slime. That has a redstone on the ground somehow. This box has granite. This box has granite and that. Okay. That's promising. Obviously, these materials that I picked are markers, but the actual stuff that's going to be put in the dispensers is going to be random anyway. It's going to be different books or like different outcomes, and like it won't all be good outcomes. It won't all be bad outcomes. You know, it'll be random. Alright, let's make sure they're all empty. So we now have our random number generation, and we now have our random scenario generation. I mean, in theory, this works the same way as a slightly better dice tower. Also, much more compact. But it's less random. It's less shuffled around, I guess. I don't know, it's weird. This is not a tutorial, this is a learning experiment. This is me learning, not me teaching. So it's allowed to be wrong, which I think is the takeaway here. I mean, I'll be stoked if I spend all this time building that and then like I come back and bam, he's like just a straight up better version of it. So we got to figure out what kind of things we want to be happening in our game. Now, obviously the theme is going to be like mining or crafting or something, right? So if I actually pick up and look at these, so lots of eggs gives me eggs. Mine collapse makes bad stuff happen. We have bad stuff, and I don't have anything for eggs yet. This is hard. This is because I'm not adapting a game. I'm building an engine and building a game at the same time, right? If it was like, you have to make Uno exist in Minecraft, you go, okay, I know what parts of Uno I need to make, and then try and facilitate that. Because this is, I'm like baking the bread when I already have the jam out on the counter with a knife in it, right? It's a challenge, let's put it that way. But if we build a character sheet in some way, then we'll know what items we care about, I guess, or like an inventory of some sort. So I realized I spent a whole stream going through and building this thing. I didn't actually really explain how it works, what I was going to be doing with it. So first thing is that it's an empty chamber. Oh, yeah, it's an empty chamber with 3 dispensers on each wall, and as it shoots out, they all hit the opposite wall and drop into these hoppers, and each of the hoppers is connected to a chest in such a way that every item that is thrown out drops into a chest. And when you would use this, which it could be a dice tower, it could be what I created for the intention was that it would be like a random scenario generator. You would hit the tower and it would be like the dungeon master telling you what happens next in the story, you know? And you would be picking a chest, and in the chest would be 2 things. Would be 2 books or 2 whatever. And those things would be what, you could pick one, you have to do both or something like that, and that would be what would happen next. But it would be random, and then so it would be first random because there's 9 different books in each dispenser, and then each of them is 2 out of 3 in one chest, right? So this chest will get something from this dispenser and these 2 dispensers, right? And this dispenser rather. So it's not even like the ones next to it, it's already shuffled there. And then you would pick one chest, which cuts it as a 1 in 4, which shuffles it again in theory. And so you would be using that to randomly determine stuff that way. What I might do is build this again as a replacement dice tower, and you put books in it that say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, and that's just like rolling a dice in itself. And it's much more compact, as I said before. But this kind of was just me thinking, so much of this video is me making mistakes and cutting it out, just so you're not looking at something that didn't end up being useful. And then this is what I ended up with. And the way that the stats in the actual game is going to play, this can come in the next video, and you're going to be able to see how this would get used.